Got this mini bike. I started taking apart. It needs to be welded, and I don't know if I'll have to put a piece back in there or just weld that to there or not. I have to figure it out, but hammer that down and polish it up and give it a paint job. Fix all these goobers. I don't know why they welded that bolt and then welded this side, and the handlebars are totally crooked. That one's like pointing out that way and this one's pointed sideways, and the forks don't even go in the right direction, but the rest of it's in pretty good shape. So then over here the clutch was completely wrong and slammed on there, and it was literally stuck on there, and I had to damage the rest of the clutch in order to get everything off. This is what's left. And here's the sprocket. I'm trying to grab this while I'm looking through the camera. I mean, it's in pretty rough shape. You can see some of the teeth are pretty messed up, but I don't know. I'm going to see if it'll hold the chain anyway, polish it up, and I'm sure I'm going to need at least a new chain. Here's the brakes. Brakes look actually like either brand new. I got a full pad here, full brand new springs, or they were just never used because it actually wasn't really, like, it was sort of hooked up correctly, but it just really wasn't adjusted, I guess you could say. And these are, there was little spacers for both sides, so I'd probably go bigger on the tires because I was just going to clean them up, and I realized they drilled a hole for a tubeless tire, made it a tube tire, drilled right through the tire. I never seen that before, but on this one it's cracked. They drilled right into the rim itself. But that was pretty funny. So we'll see. I don't know. Might just throw them on for now and then figure it out. Oh, but this is my other problem. I almost forgot. So on this one, it's completely broken. I can't even get the bolt in there in order to put the sprocket back on. So it only had 2 bolts on it. So probably gonna at least get a rear rim. I might make the front one work for now. And kickstand's broken, but who cares about a kickstand? Handlebars are in decent shape. This was the brake. The brake cable is pretty chewed up, so I was gonna need a new brake cable. But I mean, all pretty cheap stuff, but you know, just something to fiddle with. And then a little 79cc motor. So it's actually the wrong motor for a mini bike. It's really technically too small, but that's why that frame was cut, because this wouldn't fit in there properly, because you're supposed to put a bracket in, and that way the bracket will make it so that you can bolt the motor on. So right now it'd be way over here so that your chain could run through here, and that's why they had to cut this out so the chain could be in here. But normally a bigger motor, the chain's going to run out here, and you wouldn't need to do that. So what you're supposed to do is put a bracket on here, and the bracket makes it so you can slide the motor this way, and then you can move forward and backward. That's what these slots are for, in order to adjust your chain for, chain tension, whether it's getting stretched out, or you're just putting it on for the first time. So we're gonna make this little motor work, but I mean, it looks like it's a brand new motor. I did just wipe it down, but obviously it wasn't in bad shape at all. Had some bad gas in it. I poured out the gas, and starts right up. Throttle on, so I had to add this bracket because there was no way for the throttle to return. So the way it was you would turn the bike on, and as soon as it would turn on, the bike starts moving, and there's no way to turn it off. No kill switch, nothing. There is a kill switch here, but you can't do that when you're trying to hold on to the handlebars, so you'd be stuck with it running. And it'd be on full power. So now there's still no kill switch, but at least it'll slow itself down a little bit. So the way it was, there was no return spring, and then there was no bracket here, so there was nothing to put a return spring on, and then also there was nothing to put the throttle cable on. So the throttle cable was literally just wrapped around this with like a clamp, and that way wherever this moved, the throttle moved. So you could turn the throttle and it would pull on the throttle, but then it wouldn't be able to go back. So now it's got a place to mount the throttle itself, and then it also has a throttle return spring. So the next thing I'm going to have to get is a kill switch. But once the kill switch is done, like I said, those couple of parts, I'm going to try to see what I can save and try to see what I have to buy and spend as little as possible, and maybe even just make some things if possible. But that's going to be projects for now, just a little tinkering when I get bored. So, thanks for watching.